Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, founder of the Digital Marketing with Mustafa. We are back with another live show, an interview, which I frame as a conversation. Tonight, we have a special guest. I won't be going solo. We'll be talking with a special guest to speak about a subject that is constantly in the news. There's not a day that goes by that you don't hear something about AI, whether it's someone that's for AI, someone that's against AI, someone who's, I would say, peddling fear and fear mongering about AI. You may hear about data centers, you may hear about AI is going to take away jobs. You may hear about AI is dumbing down society. You may hear so far fetched that AI is going to lead to Skynet type scenarios where the computer's going to take over and they're going to take us humans out. You hear so much so much stuff going on about AI. And as you know, I'm on the pro side of AI. I'm not blind to any potential risks or dark sides of AI, but I just believe that AI is a tool that can be used to allow us to work smarter, not harder, allow us to function in business, allow us to function as nonprofits, allow us to function as community organizations, allow us to function as entrepreneurs. So I choose to see the good side of AI, the upside of AI, and how we can potentially use AI to benefit ourselves and make our communities so much better. So tonight I have a special guest who is going to help me to continue this conversation about AI and what AI is doing for humans and what it can do for us. So let's get ready to bring on our special guest is Shai Chanel. She is the AI architect and AI money architect. Make sure I get it right. I don't get no trouble. The AI money architect. And we're going to bring her to the front stage, give her a round of applause, show her some love. And we're going to lead this conversation tonight. I themed it, why are some scared of AI? But I think I'm gonna add a little something to it. Not only why are some scared of AI, why are some hating AI? Because I'm getting some hate mail, I'm getting some hate inboxes. I mean, people cussing and fussing about this AI. So we're gonna try to bust all that up in the time that we're together, and hopefully lead you, the viewer, with a positive note of wanting to try this AI. So at this time, let's bring on Shy Chanel to the stage. Let's give us some love.
Hey everyone! Thanks, bro. That was an amazing intro.
Thank
But you're right in so many different ways. Like we're about to hit some hard hitting topics. Like it's about to be epic.
you. Absolutely. Thank you for accepting the invite. We
Of
met
course.
we met on social media. You're in New York. I'm down here in Florida, but through, you know, technology. You know,
Yeah, and me fighting for my life in the comments,
to
trying to put up people on because
yeah,
there's so many opinions and there's so many levels to this, and me being, I don't want to say the bridge because if it do go left, ain't nobody coming for me, okay? But from the facts that I do know and from looking strategically outside the box on how many times we miss the next big epic revolution or the next big wave of a money transfer or wealth transfer, and we did not take advantage of it,
yeah,
right? I
yeah,
mean, don't get me wrong, we got history on both sides of the fence to where we shouldn't be trusting certain things. We should be very articulate when it comes to what we trust when they put things in the general population. But at the same time, too, if you see these people making money, what you waiting on? What you scared on, right?
right.
Um, Especially for black owned businesses. One of my biggest strong point right now, one of my foundations is actually helping black owned businesses scale bigger, things that we didn't have
Let me let
the
me let me let me dial you back. So I know you ready to jump off the chain and ready to jump into it. But let me start y'all with just a few three quick questions just to kind of introduce you and bring you into the crowd, if I may. Um, but those who may not know you, who is Shai Chanel and how did you become the AI money architect?
Okay, so Sha Chanel is my alter ego.
Yeah,
Okay, she is my brand. I had to get delusional about money.
there you go.
This is in the same frameworks as a lot of gurus and master marketers and people who get to bag. They get delusional to a sense about how successful they want to be. They actually visualize it. They adapt their everyday likeness to being successful, right? So in
Right.
order to do that, I scaled to the point to where I knew Black people invest in names. We love to support other people's last names and legacies, right? And that's just me saying that in a tone to where look at all the big name brands, Gucci, right? Fendi, everything. It's someone's either last name or their legacy. So
Yep.
I knew that that was one major thing that I needed to adapt myself to if I was going to take this road to success. I was always talking about success for Black people and how we can come together as a collective.
Hmm.
But AI just gave me a tool set, right? Because I don't want to say it gave me skills. AI cannot give a human skills per se.
Right.
We as humans can give the AI skills and tasks to do, but
Exactly.
that was always my skill set is to help in betterment of my people. And my theory is if we strengthen the Black man's mind and heal the Black woman's heart, we'll get further in life because then we can start working on things. We'll get past and the emotional intelligence barriers that us as a culture have.
Okay.
How I
Cool.
became a money architect. So I don't tell people this. So this is breaking news, y'all, on this platform first.
Oh,
I
here
don't
it comes.
give
Here it
my
comes.
story. So this is my source. How I started. My son. Okay, I have a 24-year-old son who is phenomenal at graphics.
Okay.
And his graphics was so phenomenal at that point of my infancy stage in this that one of our major biggest first customers was the one and only Black millionaire Dante Lee.
Okay. Come on.
So Black owned businesses, that's who you wanna rock with. You wanna go follow that brother. That brother is out here and he making so many things possible for Black owned businesses, Black community, especially right now in this heighten of the era. So Dante Lee, he hired me, okay? And
Okay.
when he hired me, he gave me a chance, he gave me a foresight that if somebody is willing to pay this, I can imagine how much more they're willing to pay. Then I started getting deeper into things. I got all the way up into the level to where I am actively coding different forms of artificial intelligence. Not
Okay.
on the Silicon Valley way, because I can do that. I'm actively enrolled in Harvard University for Python and coding,
Okay.
right? So I can do that. But that's not going to service us because that don't give us ownership. Ownership is the key token right now to everything when it comes to being melanated skin color,
Hmm.
right? And technology is a way to where we only represent 3% of ownership of any technology. But
Yeah.
at the forefront of usage, oh, Black people investing in about 20 million every month into AI as users, as subscribers, right? But we ain't seeing none of that as ownership back into our culture. That's why I go so hard for it.
And what was your first experience with AI, and what made you realize this technology was something worth paying attention to?
Um, okay. So I have a team that I had developed, which was Cultured AI.
Hmm.
Cultured AI consists of around 72 Black tech AI gurus, IT giants, all of that, right? I mean, we was thugging it out because it was everybody who had the skills and the expertise of the beginning era of AI, and we just all came together. Sadly, in Black coalitions, when you get together, you have to have strategic and structure, or it's gonna fall off, right?
Correct.
But moving forward, those who did survive, I started seeing what kind of plays we make. So the plays I make as a Black AI, just like everybody else started out, because I don't want people to think it's too far fetched, especially our people.
Yeah. Come on.
Where AI has gotten me to this point, I make bread every day. I don't. leave my house. I don't have to leave my house. I can wake up, have my Starbucks matcha, kids is going to school.
Listen,
I
everybody.
might eat an egg, right? Or something like that. Call my mom, chit chat, and I'm still making automated money. I can't tell the general public.
Yeah,
My partner got an amazing deal for his AI and following the formulas and formats that I invented. Right? Every client that I've had, I can successfully say to this point, have some type of celebrity influence, celebrity backing, something. And that was the big who. Now we can make money. Not only can we make money, we can scale education. If we got 100 Black entrepreneurs or educated people or just people with the sense and know-how of embetterment for our people as a culture, no matter how we got there, we can
yeah,
start developing encyclopedias. We can start doing textbooks. We can start doing financial districts. We can start doing financial and currency exchange with this. This is on automated power. Before you even get up and brush your teeth, all you got to do is click a button. And if you're too lazy to click a button in this day and age with technology, talk to the mofo.
yeah.
Talk to it. It's
That's
as
true.
easy as
That is true.
conversation skills.
That is
So if
true.
you can't have a conversation, then you don't really want the bad. But it's, at least if you can have the skill set to talk, just like me and you talking, you can talk to these AI bots, you can talk to these machines and scale so much
Thanks.
further.
And one of the things, as I'm looking at you and I'm looking at myself, and I've only been familiar with AI for 3 years, but it's been the best 3 years of my life. I started with Chat GPT, I went to Claude, and just every day I commit myself to being a student and learning this technology and putting it in practice and making it benefit me. But one of the things that I really, really love, I'm looking at you, beautiful Black woman, looking at myself, is
You
that we are breaking the stereotypes of what someone in AI would normally you would think someone looked like. You would think someone very scientifically looking with a lab coat on. But you know, me, I wear my jeans, I got on my sneaks, I got on my big baggy shirt. And someone that look at me will not think this is an AI guy. Someone may look at you and stereotype and say, this don't look like the AI woman. She don't look like her.
Oh, we get that all the time. I get scrutiny, especially from my back. And I told you I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. So shout out New York City, especially with the Knicks just winning.
Yeah,
But I'm from the hood, bruh. So when I walk into these rooms, at first, no one wanted to listen to me. No one had the ideology to say, let me think or look past her skin color and her delivery type,
yeah,
right? Another thing that helped me out was it wasn't so much a community of Black people, it was a collective of all mix of people. So if someone gave me the skill set to say, you know what, Shy, you're intelligent, you're brilliant, by nature, you're just those things. That's your makeup. Let me give you some tool sets to where when you walk in these rooms, you can put some paperwork down and they have to hear what you have to say. So I went and I got 8 certifications and degrees in emotional and psychological intelligence, right?
yeah,
Self-betterment and things like that. So if I knew how I wanted to heal myself and what the ideal Black person would seem fit for our future generation, not us, because we selfish. Can I curse? Okay,
speak your
I'm not gonna curse. Okay, because we selfish as a generation. This generation is very selfish. We do not collectively come together to think about what we're leaving these kids and legacies. We don't think outside the box of importance. Yes, you have political things going on, but do you know that the Cotton Act is back in effect in today's world right now? Just recently, over 2 weeks ago, they just brought in the cotton, effect. We don't think about the education system as far as in when a Black child goes to school today with this curriculum. As parents, we don't have no collection, even when it comes to homework. Black kids and Black parents don't have a pathway of collection anymore to where we can adapt to each other. That is taken out of the homes. Why? Because our way of learning math is one way. Their way of learning math is a new way. Now you have kids looking at their parents as if we're retarded,
That's
right?
true. That's facts. That's so facts.
Why AI
Facts.
is important because we can start building up these systems and these technologies to where it'll never cause a gap inside of our house home anymore, right? Then
Right.
you have things like like political, things that's I want to say the Declaration of Independence, right? The amendments, everything that we're fighting for, our rights, the constitutions, all of that stuff is written in cursive. How many kids do you see come home today in today's era where their homework is studying cursive writing? So in 10 years, our generation is not going to know even what it means to be an American, even worse if they're Black.
Mm-hmm. That,
Right? Now
right.
you can take a picture and screenshot it, give it to ChatGPT, and it
Mm-hmm.
can break down what it means. It can give your kid a write out, or where you can print it out and they can have practice sheets. You can do little side coloring books to keep them on point about history. You can
Yep.
do children's books. My youngest client, bro, no lies, 5 years old. He just turned 5. Shout out to Poo Poo. Okay, that's his name, Poo Poo Little Chef Club. He's a Black little boy. He is a chef, a celebrity chef. So let me put that stamp on him.
Come on.
But he has 2 books right now at 5 years old. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
you got the seniors. We always forget about our elders. This generation, that's why I said we so selfish. We don't think up, we don't think down. We only think about self, what we can do for ourselves, right? The elders right now, a lot of them can't work. If you got laid off as a younger person,
Mm.
imagine what grandma and all of them is going through, right? And the Social Security cut today or tomorrow, what are we going to do as a people for those people? But right
Yeah.
now, I can give them a sense of a little side hustle. Grandma can get out here if she wanted to do knitting. She could do knitting. She could do the stickers. She could do the little journal. She could do a little coloring book. Grandma could
Yeah.
do whatever she want. Grandma could get the bag out here, and then
Hey.
social media give us a platform to where we can share that as a collective, right? So if you got 30 people in your immediate following, you don't need 1,000, you don't need 100,000. But if it's 30 people in your immediate following and everybody takes a turn to support each other, now social media has to pay you, correct or crazy? So now grandma getting 2 bags. Y'all want to help grandma get 2 bags?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Selfishly.
Yes, that's beautiful, beautiful. Your work focuses on helping creators, entrepreneurs, mothers, youth, underserved communities. Why is that mission so important to you?
Because what do we have? We are people to where mentally we are still trapped in a psychological mental warfare, right? Regardless on what our oppressors, what the system, what the judicial system do to us as a people for ourselves, right? We are trapped in this cognitive dissonance factor to where we can't get past our own BS. We are trapped in, I want to say, a state to where nobody can correct us. We know the information is out there, but we won't even take heed to go and grab the information. We'd rather look at what society and social media deem as fit or as successful or whatever. And most of the time, this is the land of make believe, right? We just got to be real cautious when we use the land of make believe.
Mm.
Um, Black people are so underserved. We are dying out here. Our kids are dying out here, right?
Mhm.
As a Black mom, like I said, my son is 24. I got a 19-year-old son. Every day I pray and call him, yo, bro, I love you, right? I love
Right,
you. They
right,
call me, mommy, I love you, right?
right.
Because you also got to think from our culture, it's 100 Black little boys born today. This is why I told a computer scientist. This is how I got on a world tour. So this is another source I'm dropping.
Come on,
AI got me on a world tour, you guys. Okay, how I got on a world tour. I sat with a computer scientist that is Silicon Valley. Bruh invented the brain and heart technology that everybody used. So he's saving about 80 million lives every single year. Okay. And this is his technology. We use it across America, across everywhere. I told him, I said, in my community where I come from, reason why the power of love to me is important is because there's 100 Black little boys born today in every community that'll never hear I love you or never receive a hug in their lifetime.
Mm. Yeah.
So if more Black people are focused on the things that we need to better us outside of survival skills, because that's all we afforded. We not afford living skills. You might got some that, got out the struggle or whatever, and they gone, they successful. But majority of our culture is still in struggle and survival mentality. And that's not our fault. It's because this is the environment that we got to live in. I can't sit here and teach my kids about banking, about laws, about insurance, life insurance, debt, credit, anything like that, because I'm still teaching them, bro, when you go outside and the cops stop you, you know what to do. Bro, if them boys come, if somebody come to rob you, you know what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are still teaching our kids things like that. How to pay this bill, how to scam this bill. We not afforded the luxury to teach them living skills. Making things easier for Black business owners who are parents, right? Who are grandparents. It makes it easier on their job at home to give back to the future, if that makes sense.
It makes all the sense in the world, and it's very close to heart because I work with a few older people, as you say. We have to give back to them and show honor to them because we're standing on their shoulders. That they survived and thrived. We really are standing on their shoulders. So I have a few older people in the community here where I'm at that I just reach out to them a few times a week, make sure they're good. Just sometimes they just want to talk. Sometimes they're just lonely. They just want somebody to talk to. But I hear stories of some where they EBT or the food stamps being cut in half, and Social Security ain't taking care of what it used to. And they worked 30, 40 years. They did everything they were supposed to do. And now in their twilight years, things ain't coming together and they can't survive. They're struggling. And it's not like at 70 or 80, they're finna go out and start a new career, for 30, 40 years. So when you said all that, that was just really, dear to my heart. And you spoke about, the problem, but you spoke about a solution as well, how we can help them, get the bag and they don't
We
have to
don't do what's good because we don't look at our elders the way we should, right? If you sat here with a person who's 70 years old, that means experience is their best teacher. They got more know-how. They got some tips and tricks, right? It's certain things that older people have the know-how of that the younger generation don't have. So the transformation of information. You sat here with an older person and you got ChatGPT on listen mode and y'all talking right on dictate mode.
yeah.
Those are books, those are legacies, those are artifacts that we should be listening to them, getting the real story, getting the history from first person, right? And transferring that information to where it can be readable, to where it can be saved, to where it can be archived for our people when it comes to the future. We're not even thinking on that level because we can't get past AI is wrong. Okay, even if AI is wrong, let's do everything that we need to do with solutions for our people to better us real quick and then stop using it.
Wow. Let me just stop you right. Let me just time you right there. I mean, that was a jewel right there.
Come
But,
on.
but you really said, and I'm thinking about like, wow, I use AI every day, but I never thought of that strategy of just letting our older people talk. And AI would transcribe and transform. And you got a legacy book of 60, 70, 80, 90, I could say 100
Come
years of life
on. The civil rights
experience. And
movement,
that us in
everything.
the future can look back and read this book and learn lessons so that we don't have to make those mistakes and we can walk over the mistakes because, oh, they did that on page 70. This is what they did. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Or let me learn something that would made them successful so I don't have to get 40, 50 years old to get wise. I can get wise in my 20s because I
It can
learned.
be a collective, bro. It's not just on that wave. I'm thinking because, like I said, I'm from the hood. So I know that most of the brothers that's moving and shaking in the hood, them mofos, mathematicians. Give them something to
Oh,
shake
yeah.
down. Give them something to break down, flip it. They know metrics. They know weights. They know everything. So if they sat down for 5 days, it don't even have to be 5 consecutive days. It could be 5 days throughout 2 months, bruh. But sit down for 5 days because there's no way you a mathematician. We got AI to transfer the information, but you got kids in your local community that don't know fractions. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Wow. Wow.
They're still free. We still ain't even talk about the transfer of information, and it costs Black people $1 cent yet. That's no investment. That's free tools, free information, free everything. You can even publish the book today for free.
You sure can. I'm a living witness. You sure can. So let's jump into this. Just heart of the topic matter. We won't get people to admit to say that they're scared of AI, but that's the sentiment. So, what do you think they are really afraid of? I have an opinion, but what do you think they're what is all this fear coming from?
One, I know AI takes a lot of natural resources. We know that. But AI is not the only thing that take natural resources. So the
Mm-hmm.
way y'all fighting for AI, why y'all wasn't fighting for Netflix or
Mm-hmm.
Hulu? Right?
Yep.
Google. All of
Yep.
this stuff take data centers. Data centers been here. If that's the case, put down your iPhone. Cloud got a Facebook right now. Don't no longer use social media because all of this stuff take natural resources.
Yeah.
But because propaganda, lobbying, things like that, and those are the things we don't look at. We think, oh my God, if we stand on a go green side and we say let's not use AI and we all band together and not use it, that the people who are using, who did invest trillions of dollars on the table, who invest in trillion dollars every day, billions, they're crossing this every single day. You get a billion, you get a billion. No, we're gonna invest this building billion. If they don't make the money in return, y'all think that they just gonna give it up? That's not gonna happen. They already implemented everywhere. Right now, the only people who really in the forefront with melanated AI is Africa. Africa, they by themselves right now. They ain't got nobody else that's coming to help initiate a program or anything like that to move forward for melanated AI, just for Africa over there by themselves saying, hey, we're forming this new technology for our people.
Yeah.
People can help. And this one sister, I think she in Mississippi or Alabama, don't get me wrong, but I will link you with that information.
Yes.
She invested her own money into having a technology wave or farm or something like that, but it's some acreage on it for
Yeah.
more future AI users to get involved. Um, why are they scared again? That people don't trust stuff. Not only that, a lot of our people do scam each other. We just gotta be real. And you got AI to where you don't even have to be kinfolk or skinfolk. A person can create the kinfolk or skinfolk and don't even have to be that person behind online. So I get that. I get those things. But when you have people like us that's out here saying, hey, we real, we authentic, we helping. It is so many people and AI is bringing a community. I want to
Yeah.
say that it is collaborating because you got so many. One sister can do one prompt online, and that done went viral. Now all the sisters got that same prompt. That's in their profile, that's in their Etsy, that's in their Amazon, their TikTok,
Yep.
whatever. So it is bringing community. It's just that I think the connection and the communication is where we're getting stuck at because we're not looking at a bigger picture. Yes, be vigilant. Always tell people if you're using the pictures, make it count for something. Make some money because you are using drinking water. Can they create an opportunity or an option for where we can use salt water? Who knows? Maybe it might be a melanated person that is going to take to change the way we process data, right? Because it's not just AI, it's the data centers, it's processing, it's coolants, it's all of these things that's above. But if everybody is saying, hey, I don't want nothing to do with it, then you're not bringing a solution to the table to change the way it's doing it either.
Yes. Yes. I was having a conversation online. It was one of them groups. It wasn't the nerds group. It was one of them groups. And I mean, the guy just literally went cussing and fussing and just crashing out. And I'm asking him, why do you not like AI? What is the root so we can talk about it? And like, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm like, there got to be a reason behind it. Why don't you like it? But he was in his feels and in his emotions, and so many are like that, and so many are influenced. I think they hear somebody say something on social media, AI is bad, AI this and that, and instead of doing the research for themselves, and even if they research and say I don't like it, I can respect that. At least you researched it. But when you just going off your feels, or 50 other people say it's not good, so I'm gonna say it's not good. when there's
But
so
we
many
don't have
benefits.
our own forward thought. We operate as a collective, and that's how major corporations win. They know that. They bet on us operating as a collective to do the opposing thing that we should do, right? Um, think about it this way. I felt pissed off I missed a PPP loan. I'm just gonna be honest. I should have did a PPP loan. So pissed off because I missed the Bitcoin era, right? It was once upon a time back in the day where Bitcoin was 10 cents.
They was
Okay.
giving
It
it
was
away. They were
10,
giving it away.
he was giving it away. Okay. And I missed that era. And you got so many different things now to where you can miss the era. Okay, miss it. The people who is deemed for, they ain't gonna miss it. They gonna want to use it. They gonna want to adapt to it. Now you either gonna be an owner or you're gonna be a user. Me, I operate on ownership. I have developed my own form of the way artificial intelligence work for us in our favor. Her name is QMac. She's a black woman. She's just like me, right? So when a black population and culture get to using her, she can identify, she can relate to us as a culture and giving us the benefit of scaling everything that we want to do, regardless if that's business, education, even if it's just a side hustle where mom just needs to pay bills, she understands that trajectory for us, opposed to us having to go to ChatGPT and specify, listen, I'm an African American woman. I need an African, create me an African American woman. QMax does that by default. You don't have to put that in your prompt. Also, again, learning this will help us. If more people, if matter of fact, if the people who want to use AI stuck together, we'll have a great turnout. And if the people who don't like AI stick together, then y'all go over there. That doesn't mean that you have to shun the people who's trying to create solutions with this new technology. We can't change the technology. Them coming down our throats like we're going to go to the data center and shut off the light switch and say, hey, y'all gonna stop using it and that's just gonna be the miracle, baby. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry that people have that misconception that maybe that might be the thing, but the people who can stop it is not going to stop it. They already invested their money. Right now, Trump don't even take politicians with him. He take technicians and engineers and developers with him across seas and to other countries to hold meetings. He no longer take politicians. He don't need his lobbying party. He don't need his cabinet. What he doing is he going across seas and they talking about AI and new technology. If we don't get onto it, the bad part of us not using it is now jobs can train their models to where whoever looked like us in the description can be pushed further back along the hiring rate. For loans, for banking, for all of that, they're training their models, right? And we have no models that we're training that we own. So everything that they deem fit for us not to have is going to create a bigger wealth gap. Okay, because every day that we don't use it and we don't own it and we're only using it, we're only investing more into that 1.8 trillion dollars that we give away already outside of the community.
Facts, facts,
That's the only thing we're doing.
facts. And I agree with you 1,000%. I traverse, the online world, social media, and I'm seeing people of other communities outside of us. I mean, they're making a killing off this AI.
Making a penny off us, not even just AI, off us as AI. They got black women, they got the influencers, right? The Chinese people are coming in, they got the influencers. That's how you know black people are so so incredible as a culture, right? To me, my theory is not just AI and black businesses. I'm hoping that I can get the collective of the black owned businesses to where we can start making major moves. But outside of AI, my dream is to have that black education system to where that's where my money go. Okay, I sit here and I invest my money into coding, and I want to launch my education system. So it's the Black Prestige Ivy League, right, education curriculum. And this curriculum, I want to give it away for free to every black parent, for every child to have free secondary education. Why
Mhm.
do I want to give it away for free? Because that is helping our future. Learn something, not just history, but math, physics, medical, how everything that you can think of, AI can do that today. And it shouldn't be, if you want to create an educational system, I'm looking at you as competition. No, with AI now we can collaborate.
Yeah.
We can, right? We can keep with social media now we can collaborate. Your education system, my education system. Now we have a whole education empire. A kid can choose their curriculum based on what they want to do, and they never have to leave home if they don't want to. They don't have to get into the things that's out there in the streets, right? Especially if we catch them early. I got a theory on that, but that's another show. If
Yeah.
we catch them early, we can have things that is implemented and already into them living, right? Financial. How many kids right now know how to write a check? How many kids you know not right now know how to send a letter? Never mind,
Mhm.
right? Just write a letter. A old school can mail it, know how to address it, send it
Yeah.
away, right?
Right.
That means that we no longer, and then the barrier between neurodivergent kids, kids that's on the spectrum. Do you know kids on the spectrum now can use AI?
Hmm.
They can use AI and create amazing things. So we don't have to leave. We can really practice no kid left behind in the real sense.
Yes. Okay. I know AI is an amazing tool. You know AI is an amazing tool. We know it's brings so many benefits and it's constantly evolving. So it's maybe by next year it's gonna be on another whole level that we're gonna be dealing with. What are some of the biggest myths or misunderstandings about AI that you encounter that someone that may be on the fence right now? Like, yeah, I hear what you're
Mhm.
saying, sis, but I think this, I hear this. What are some of them things that still
I
block?
understand all the time. Skynet, Sentient, all of that. We rocking right now with narrow AI. Narrow AI has hit. It can evolve in the functions that it do, but actually turning into Skynet now, we got to reach ASI. And in order for our people to start thinking on an advanced level of artificial intelligence or real intelligence and artificial devices or the way it's transmitting, because intelligence is real for most parts. um,
Right.
Sometimes it can hallucinate. I will always recommend checking your work. Don't let AI fool you, because again, it is a machine. But I think that the Skynet thing is one thing. AI is going to replace people jobs. That's not the case. The people that's using AI know AI is going to replace your job, not AI itself, because it still needs a human to prompt what it needs to do. Except
Yeah.
for my AI, she searches the web by herself.
Okay.
Um, Mm, that AI, okay, the way I can say it like this, artificial intelligence have a few people that actually own the AI itself, right? But you have people who's making trillions of dollars on top of the wrapper, the LLM that comes attached to the AI.
Hmm.
So our people don't understand even those core concepts of where we can start owning AI. But the rappers, right? If we take a human body and that's the AI, the rappers is the drip, it's the clothes, it's the style, it's the fashion, it's the way that it talk, it's the environment that it came from. I always imagine that since Black people are so fashion forward, since we so creative and inventive, right? Imagine the type of rappers we can create for these AI. Well, imagine the drip that we can create for these AIs in a technical sense if we all came together. Now we can probably get closer to Skynet. I actually had a few conversations with Sophia, the lady who who's in combat of
Yeah.
writing Transformer or or Matrix or whatever. But I had a few conversations with her off
Okay.
scene, just regular
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I need to pick your brain for a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, Us actually reaching that totem pole, I think it's going to have to take somebody with melanin in their skin to think outside the box. I don't think that these companies, with all of their big teams and the science that it takes, the math, the money that it takes to invest to orchestrate AI and these rappers and things like that. I think Black people is going to find a for sure way to get to Skynet. I don't think it's going to take some Silicon Valley sciences that's going to push them all. So that's why I am very strong hearted on, before the black person who creates the AI for them, create it for us, create it for ourselves first. Because I know it's going to be, it might be a black woman, bro. I'm gonna clock your T. It
Okay.
might be a black woman, but I'm just saying, I know, mark my words for this, it's gonna be a black person to take this technology that we have today to the next level. They just gotta know how to work it. They gotta know the terms. Right now, black people, we feeling behind. We ain't getting those corporation deals. Well, I am, because if you take my class, you will know. But it's even the vocabulary that we use every day that major corporations is passing us by. Like, oh, I know they black. They have no idea what they talking about in this technology world, right? Not only that, scaling business. AI can teach you how to scale your business, not just the pretty pictures. What does it take to have a business? It's more than an EIN and an LLC. You have to know SOP, onboarding, marketing, what your target audience is. AI can do that in within 5 minutes. You
Mm-hmm.
can right now share your Facebook business page, right? To Manus. Manus is connected to Meta. You can have your Manus connect to your Meta, and you really don't have to run your business. Alicia Little, she give free classes. Sister's on point with it, to where she's helping you scale if you want to learn for free right now. You ain't even got to take her master class or her boot camp. She's like, I'm giving you the information right now for free. You too busy with your kids because they mad loud in the background. You can have an agent picking up the phone for your hairstyles, girl, booking your appointments, sending the emails. You got a customer. It's an AI out here right now that'll wish your customer a birthday wish on their birthday through text message. That's getting me want to come back to you. Oh, she lived right now. She said happy birthday. She remember me. That
That,
makes me feel good inside emotionally. Things like that. How to have a hook. What's the CTA? A lot of black business owners don't know nothing about that side of when it comes to business. But because we have AI, not only can you learn this, but it can be delivered back to you in any format that you understand. My AI be like, what's popping, boo? What kind of money we making today? Because that's the way I trained it. I want you to talk to me to where I understand. I want you to give it to me to where the delivery is not far fetched and I don't feel like the achievement is unreachable. Win win for me.
man, that was amazing. Just everything that you said. And that's why, I really advocate for AI so hard, because the stats say, close to 90% or more of black businesses are solo run. We stressed out. We trying to run everything, be the janitor, write the press release and everything. And I'm knocking out so many tasks every day with AI. I got Claude on one browser, I got Chat GPT. Sometimes I dip into Gemini, I got something else running, and they all work together. And I had them knocking out so many tasks that I would either have to hire a lot of people for or drive myself crazy trying to do all these tasks. And I was trying to get people to understand that this is the game changer right here. It's gonna set us up and allow us to win. All that stressing and complaining about business and stuff, like you say, this is going to teach you. This is going to show you. It's going to allow you to have a shareholder meeting. It's going to allow you to be
Mhm.
able to get the drip and learn all of this stuff. So, yeah.
And imagine how big corporations are scaling AI. Because if you feel like that, imagine how they feel. So here it is, I'm investing all this money into employees and to have staff, right? For operations, HR, whatever it is, underwriting, everything to scale my company. And if I can scale back 50% of that investment, I can scale back 70% of the time that's invested. Because, of course, if I'm a millionaire, I want to spend my time living. I'm already successful. So most millionaires want time back. They don't care about money, they have money. So if you're a person that can offer them time back with better and faster and precise solutions, imagine how much they're going to pay you as a business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Imagine how much you're losing if you don't get it, because now you don't serve this company no benefit. You're not saving me time and you're not helping me save money. And businesses is not in business to lose money. They don't want that. They want to gain capital, gain revenue. And now businesses aren't automated. Me and my partner Malachi, I show him this is how I teach my system. I screenshot it to you, bro. I don't have to do marketing. My AI is set up to where my sales is on automate. I press two buttons, approve and give a person the package that they paid for a course. So even if you don't want to do the imagery and you don't feel like prompting, you can sit down, lock in real quick, get tunnel vision about a service that you can offer to your community, to your people that people gonna buy, right? Create it as a product, as a digital product, and all you doing is tapping two buttons and you getting paid.
Yes. Oh man, this conversation is lit. I'm getting comments from people, they loving it. Man, this the conversation right here. It's everything that I thought it was gonna be and then some. But one thing that I try to impress upon people is AI is still new, and we're talking about businesses. And I try to tell people like, don't sleep on your AI knowledge. If you can learn some rudimentary AI and a little above rudimentary, you can pitch yourself as an AI consultant,
You
and
don't even need to learn AI. Don't
and
learn AI.
and
Don't
you
learn
can go.
AI. You see me, I'm gonna tell you how to take a reel, okay? A meme. Take one link. Don't something that you if it's you and your baby daddy and y'all going through drama right now, and it's your favorite bashing men meme or narcissistic meme right now, you could take a screenshot of a narcissistic meme and create an empire within 48 hours.
Yeah, but there's so many opportunities that you can go into these companies and they're ready to be taught about this AI.
And its infancy. So if you learn it, if you tap in for, I would say 2 months, tap in for 2 months. While you in the bathroom, instead of scrolling, while you're sitting on the commode, go to YouTube and learn something. Google something real quick. It's easy. Take 5 minutes out your day while you deep compressing in your car, while you sitting down with your homies and y'all blowing one back, or you and the girls is having a girls' night out and you just, drinking a few margaritas, however it is, wherever you can get 5 minutes at. Have the conversation. From the conversation, just Google it. Google has AI. Facebook, you ain't even got to leave Facebook no more. You got Meta AI, so where you can ask Meta AI itself, how can you make the bag? You don't even have to say, how can I make money no more? You can say, how can I make the bag? That's it. It's
AI
going to tell
on it.
you.
AI on it's on that language. AI know it.
Come on. So it doesn't take much. It's really about our mental capacity. If it's either you want to do it or you don't want to do it. My kids, I have 6 kids, bro. My kids use AI. My kids use AI for homework. They use AI just to build in. Right now, you got these gaming systems, and I got a contract with Fortnite. Okay, I have a contract with a partner of Fortnite. Let me correct that.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I want to create a megaverse to where all Black AI creators can have our own version of Fortnite, right? Our own world like Fortnite. It wouldn't be Fortnite, but it would be our own version of our communities to where Black businesses can have digital real estate and people can trade our currency. See, even like I said, it's bigger than just us having the technology. It's actually getting, my mama say this. Shout out to my mama. I love my mama. Okay. You'll see my mama all the time. I support her. She support me. That's my dog. Okay.
Come
Let
on.
me tell you. My mother say this. She always tell me when I'm yelling at my kid's father or anything like that, or my kids or something like that about the dishes. Okay. Wash the damn dishes. And if one of them wash the dishes the wrong way, the way that I don't want them to wash the dishes, does that mean that the dishes is not getting clean? No, it just means that they have their own, interpretation of how they wash the dishes. Now, as long as there's no food on there, ain't no animals licking the dishes clean, they don't put some dish detergent on there, maybe a little Clorox bleach for extra. You know how Black people do, right? For a little
Yeah.
extra kick. As long as them dishes is clean, why does it matter how you got to the solution? So AI is the same concept for me. As long as we are providing solutions that we never was afforded before, why does it matter how we got there?
Man, man, man. Woo! All right. All right. We jumping through all these questions, sis. Beautiful conversation. Beautiful
Let me give
conversation.
you an even better one. So what I did as a Black woman, me and another Black sister, um, we parted our own ways, both incredible minds. I never take that from her. I love her still, down to through and through. Us as Black women learned how to manipulate their system in order to better our own.
Hmm.
Now, our systems don't necessarily have to sit on their systems. We can honestly create a collective to where we can build a data center. We don't even look into the fact of how much a data center is. For about 300,000 all the way maybe to 1.5 million, we can have a little data center. We can have pilot data centers of our own that service only for Black technology. The way I did AI for my QMax is I thought about the children, but I also thought about the older people and everybody else. And what she does is she has memory like Claude. Everybody know the tech stack Claude, the LLM Claude. Claude has great memory right now. That was one of their newest updates. So if you go back and ask Claude to a certain extent, it can give you reference to your past conversations. So my QMax can do that too, but she remembers throughout the whole entirety of you speaking to her. So that means if a kid right now is in elementary school and they falling behind, by the time they get to college, QMax already created a whole data set for this child and helping them, not just them, but the parent and the educator help mold this child to scale better. Right. So that was my vision. And I'm going to adapt that same principle, the same technology, the same theories to this free education system that I want to build. But we have to have all the, know how to get this. I say all of this to say this. Me and the sister did not have no technology background. We had nothing of technology when we were scaling how to build with AI, right? We, at this present day and age, now my AI can spawn other agents. Do you know how much technology investment it takes, what kind of teams, what kind of engineers, what kind of computer scientists it takes to scale to where you can build an agent that spawn other agents?
Wow.
But here it is, we have no tech background. So you understand what I'm saying when I go hard for saying our people can do it. Mentally, our people are trapped because we are the ones fighting stronghold about sexuality, and we haven't even came together to create a nationality for ourselves.
Hmm.
It's bigger than what we see here, right? If Black people did get into technology, that means that we can create things that's outside of this country for our embetterment. That means we can start doing things across seas with other people. We already do that. There's already Black people abroad. My dream is we should have Black American embassies in every country that we basically can have. Why? Because that gives us better trading opportunities. That gives us better bartering systems. That can give us a outlet to have our own Black American currency. If Black people sit on a dollar bill right now just by being Black, melanin is $450 a gram. For
Hmm.
all my people that hustle, you know how many grams is in an ounce. You know how many grams is in that quarter when you go see the. You know
Yeah.
how many. So imagine if you standing a Black man about 250 strong, how much melanin you have holding in your body today. Not only that, as a collective around this world, we don't realize we already invest in trading in currency. In the hood, every day, bro, we investing in
Every
foreign
day.
exchange. How we
Every
do it? We go to the store and we be like, yo, Ock, let me get a Lucy. Yo,
day.
Ock, let me get this roll up. Yo,
Every.
Poppy, can I get this? Where do you think some of that money is going? Do you think that this money is staying here in America? That's how they no, they taking that back. They flipping, they getting different type of stocks and trades and investing in gold and things like that. With AI, even if you don't know none of that, tell it to AI and it's going to explain it to you, break it down, tell you what steps to take to get that accomplished. You feel like black people need reparations? But everybody that say they want black people to have reparations, do you know you could go to ChatGPT right now and ask it, give me 100 ways that black people can deem reparations today? What it's gonna do, bro?
Hmm.
What it's gonna do, bro?
Right, right, right.
You can do so many things that can better us as a community, and we fighting about the wrong
Wrong,
things.
wrong things. Wow, wow, wow. So if someone leaves this interview and decides to say, "Hey, you know what? She sold me on that. They sold me on this. You know what? I'm finna get on my AI game," and they decide to try AI for the very first time, what would you recommend them to do first?
Go to ChatGPT. Everybody jumping on Claude, but if you're a beginner, you never used AI before, download you a free ChatGPT account because the free Claude account is going to give you a limit to how
Yeah,
much you can do. At least ChatGPT have a little bit bigger parameters and they got a larger amount of tokens to where you can ask, you can have questions, and then on a free account, come back tomorrow, come back when the time limit is over
that's right.
and go back and finish the questions. If you don't understand the questions, your kids understand the questions. Go ask them, create the communication barrier. Hey, I heard these two people online talking about AI. You know AI, they know AI. Them little kids know AI, they can teach you.
You
So
better
that
believe it.
create the community. Sit down at dinner, make some fried chicken. If you got the Kool-Aid, do the Kool-Aid drip. Get everybody in your family together and say, hey, we want to start implement AI so we can use it so our family can get the next generation of wealth transfer. And it's
Yep.
that easy. Auntie, uncle, grandpa, grandma, even a dog. They will show you how to make your dog successful on TikTok. If you ain't got no kids and you just got animals, your little parakeet, it will give you the scripts. It'll give you the real time and it will break it down for you. You scared to get on TV, it'll tell you how to turn your camera around and do it step by step on YouTube. You don't even want to
Facts.
do that. You can prompt inside certain LLMs to where you just put your picture and it's gonna make it look beautiful and it'll
That's right.
create the video of your AI likeness.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Man, if they listen to this interview, this convers this and yeah, this is a conversation. If they listen to this conversation and just don't come away with some jewel, some nugget that they can pull from and just make themselves better, like I say, I'm humble. I try to learn this every day, but just listening to this, I'm not ashamed to admit I'm learning stuff as you're talking. I'm like, man, I never thought of that. I never thought of that angle. When I log off of this, I'm finna go do this. I'm finna do that. But that's how we come up. You share
Mhm.
what you know, I share what I know, and then we collectively come up. So I just thank you for just sharing what you've shared up to this point, and I'm just personally affected that there's so many things I'm ready to get off and jump on my AI tool with it. I'm feeling like she said, "You what? Let me try that." Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be in your inbox like I tried this, yeah, and I
I can
just
give
hope,
you some epic tips and tricks. Like I said, I'm more to where I have more time to invest in it. I'm an at-home mom. I don't have to worry about paying my own bills, so I'm doing something right. No,
that's
I'm
right.
not on government assistance. It's just that I know how to treat a man. I don't pay my own bills. I can sit here and invest time for our people. So that's my trade-off, just like Google do. Y'all think Google is free? No, they investing in the trade-off because your data set, you training, your search, every time you implement a prompt, anything, you are helping their data centers grow. So while you're helping it grow, help yourself grow. Get the bag. Don't be scared of being rich. That's our problem. We scared of success as a people.
Come
Stop
on,
being scared of success. You ain't gotta be scared. And not only that, AI not your homeboy. AI not your homegirl. They not gonna call and say, yo, I can't do it today. I ain't got no babysitter. I'm sick. I can't show up. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning, chat, you gonna get that work for you.
got
No
that right. Got
excuses.
that right all the time. Best employee, best ever. Never got
What?
an attitude. Ain't never got no attitude. Always, what can I do for you? Let me figure it out. Let's work this out.
Right? And then you could text that. ChatGPT ain't gotta be your only homie. You got Claude as a homie. You got DeepSeek. You got, and if you really want to get out there and you don't have no opinions about things that don't pertain to our people, go to Grok, go to Perplexity, Go to Grok. Okay, go to Grok. Grok is good for starting out businesses and marketing and things like that. So if I was to leave this conversation with anything, one is don't be scared of success. Two is don't be scared of the naysayers. Because like I said, Fortnite deals, I get money. I get a bag. I love that I get a bag. Um, it can help your kids grow. Even if you don't want to use it, it can help them with their homework. It can help them, it can help you communicate with the teachers better, with the board of education. You can write a letter to board of education about your kid and furthering their education, right? It can help you with law. If you got a little court case or something, screenshot the docket, screenshot your court case and ask ChatGPT, how can you help me out? And the biggest thing that we haven't talked about, bro, that is so important, if you are okay with learning things about your health, screenshot your conditions, take a picture of it, give it to ChatGPT. You got high blood pressure, you want to learn different things. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry, the kids just came in, y'all. You got different things that you want to learn about your health and how to change or benefit from different herbal remedies or whatever things, from historical things that's not in books right now. ChatGPT have the pattern matching to go all the way out to books that you probably don't have in your local library, probably too expensive to have access to. These are the things that AI can help us as a people revolutionize with. It might be a kid saying right now to where their parents is like, I don't want you to use AI because it's tracking us. That kid might be the person that can get on ChatGPT and create a whole cure for diabetes for Black people. It is possible.
Mm, Let me ask you this one question, and then I got one more. Where do you think AI will be in 3 years?
I think they'll reach AGI. I don't doubt that. I think they'll reach artificial general intelligence within the next 3 years. Fine tuning, combing, trying, because they in the office every day, but they living and sleeping in San Francisco. AI techs and gurus don't leave. They all sleep in the same pods. They rent a room, leave their family. They invest in time to keep in bettering and train in Silicon Valley technology. So within 3 years, that's easy. I promise you it is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Sasha Chanel, thank you for just all the sauce you gave us, all the jewels. Is there anything that I didn't ask that you would also like to add? I'm gonna leave the floor to you. If there's anything you want to address or say, this is your time to shine.
Mhm.
Tell them about your business, courses, anything you want to
Okay,
tell them. You go ahead and do that thing, girl.
because I got you, Max, and you guys, y'all can tap into her. Just Google her and find out a little bit more. Q Max is a multi-level. It's a multi-level intelligence. She has 52 subsystems that run collectively inside of her. Um, why is she different? Okay, so let me break this down. Most AIs that we use today are
Mm-hmm.
LLMs. And the LLM is wrapped on the top of a wrapper, it has drip or whatever, and it's based on the AI. It doesn't make the AI smarter, the wrapper is smarter, right? So QMax doesn't operate like that. She's smart herself. The intelligence itself is smart, and she used the LLM as a tool. Okay. So when they built the LLMs that we use today, it is easy for humans in a sense and hard for AI to test to get through. Right. But why do we have to stay there? So I reversed it. And I made it easy for AI, hard for humans, because there's a lot of things that we can't do as far as in multitasking at the same time, like on a quantum level. Quantum computes go every direction all at one time. It can do that. It can operate up, down, sideways if we being on, complete layman terms. With QMax, she can now process, as she's not quantum. I don't want nobody, don't come for me, we are scientific people. But the way she processed the data and the information is mimicked off of what quantum computing is, right? So her task, she's not just going to think for a Black person, let me reply based on this prompt. and I'm gonna give you maybe 10 possibilities and very vague information back. No, she gonna look at, is my sister in a time of need right now? Is this money she trying to get a quick rich hustle? What's her 30-day game plan? How can this be generational wealth? How can we turn this into an empire? She's so forward thinking. And remember, I said that she holds memory. So she's going to take into account everything that you had put into her already. And she's going to combine that. She's going to help you grow, help your family grow. You can tell her, my sister got on my nerves last year, but she know how to do hair, and I'm bringing her this week. So tell me how to implement her into my plan. She's going to know how to do that based off of past experience. Not only that, she has vision, she has hearing, she can see and scan the room that you walk in. And when you walk into that room, this technology is gonna be like, hey, guess what? I remember you was looking up heat presses last week. This week, this person got a heat press, and this is what they doing, and they reels went to 1 million views. If you take this same formula and adapt it to your heat press idea, I can generate some designs. Do you want to get going right now? You see the difference?
Yes.
And I did it on my own dime, bro. I invested my time and my own money. Okay. So that being that epic, and I know other people could come in, learn how to code from me, learn how to build. I'm always transparent. I'm always open. Yes, I'm rough around the edges, but I'm brilliant in the mind. I can help people. I want to help more people get this information out. Don't just do the images. Own AI. You can own it. You can own it. Your own technology.
Wow. One of the biggest things, just leave on this, is that what you just said, that you took us from being users of AI to actually owning AI and creating our own things. I'm really big on ownership, and you just shifted our mind to being casual users to actually start thinking, what can I create? What can I build? What can I own? So thank you for definitely putting that jewel out there.
Right. It don't have to be AI. It could just be software. It could be
Mhm.
SaaS, right? It could be a little app. It could be a service. It could be something for teens. It could be something for preteens. We have nothing out here for
Mhm.
preteens. Even if you don't want to do technology, if you have content creation in your idea and you want to get a kids show going, give Black kids more education programs. If they follow my page or reach out to me, I can show them samples of the kid things that I did for kids. That's just AI, right? Kid shows, kid movies. I got a brother right now out here, Corey Wade. He doing sneakers, right? So it's so many different things that you can imagine, and that's what we need. We need the vision. You need the vision sometimes to see it through, to see the ideology of what you want to produce. And AI can give you the end result visual, to where if you have the ideology, the visual of where you can go, how far you can go, how far you can scale before you even get there, AI can have the whole setup.
Thanks. Wow. Well, thank you so much, sis, for coming on to the show, accepting the invite. We have been fed well and then some. And then some. A few people weren't able to comment, just technology issues, but it was so much love for you and the people.
Yes, and we can do it again. I won't be ashamed. And I send my network over here so you can talk to
Yeah.
them, because I don't believe in gatekeeping. And there's some people that are better at AI than I am. I am 100% authentic and honest. There's some people who are better at other things that might be able to help your following. It might be somebody even spiritual that might, can just lean on the right person ear. Historical. It's so many people that I don't mind sending your way, and we can cross communicate. And even my following, if they need a platform or a place that to where they can showcase what they've been doing or their Black owned business or culture or whatever, I send them your way too, bro. Even if they need marketing, we both do marketing. We might be able to land a big major hedge fund together and work on a project. That's the way we're going to be. It's community over competition
Community
right now.
over
That's what we need.
competition. Community over competition. That's it. That's it. Well, sis, thank you so much. You have an amazing evening, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this show out, and we will have to talk again. In 4 weeks.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm here for it. Thank you so much. And everybody, I love you. It's been fun. Thank you so
All right,
much.
have a blessed evening. Wow, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to the show. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, the founder of Digital Marketing with Mustafa. Normally, I go solo where I talk about various subjects, but at least twice a month right now, I want to bring on different experts and specialists and knowledge, subject matter experts such as Shy Chanel that we just had on to just really break down things and give us information. And in her humility, just like she said, there are people that know more about AI than her. I feel the same way. There are people that know a whole lot about a lot of subjects than I do. So instead of being arrogant and trying to talk about something I don't understand or know what I'm talking about, I bring on people such as, Shy Chanel, who can help fill in the knowledge gaps that I have. And therefore, the community is served by the knowledge. I believe she fed us really well this evening and gave us a lot of insights, a lot of jewels, gave us, that secret sauce. And my wheels are turning. Like I said, when I get off this live, I'm got my chat GPT already ready. We finna conversate and negotiate and figure this thing out and do some bigger and better things. So if you love this show, continue to follow me, continue to connect with me. Check out my website, digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. That is digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. That is my one stop shop website that will connect you to my blog. It will connect you to my podcast. It will connect you to my YouTube channel. I'm sitting over about 300 YouTube videos right now. I got about 100 or 200 something podcast episodes. I got as many blog blog posts right now that break down so many different things. I got so many other interviews that's on my YouTube channel that you can pull up at any time and learn from experts and specialists. If you are trying to make something digital marketing or personal branding, that's my niche, that's what I do. You can link up with me and consult at my website, digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. And just let's continue to keep this conversation and just continue to be creative and pull on the best part of yourself. See you next time. Peace.